Well, obviously, we get ready for the Dallas Cowboys. Another tremendous challenge. Obviously, a very talented team, best offense probably we've seen all year, with a defense that's playing as hard as any team we've probably faced all year. So, again, it doesn't change in the National Football League. Every week, you're going to get tested somehow, some way. So, again, this is a great test, but it's here at home. It's here at home in front of our fans again, and our guys got to go out and go play better, improve in some areas. Had a good day of practice, and I think our guys are excited about playing. It's good to get some guys back to practice. Cody Kessler, Corey Coleman. It's good to have those guys back out there running around and playing. And again, we'll just keep going through the week and determine where all this is, so we'll know for sure as we get towards the end of the week. But again, very excited about having some of our players back. I know at some point in time we get some guys back, and I think it's exciting right now. Absolutely, because I think guys need to practice. Again, Cody hadn't done much in a week or so, but I mean, he practiced well today. But again, until you know a guy gets through practice and gets moving around and all that, and the stress of practice, do you know exactly where they are? So I'm not in a rush to make a decision there, but we'll make it when we need to.
Corey Coleman was limited. Is he not yet ready to catch a pass or go full go?
Oh no, he caught passes today. I mean, I know there's questionable, limited, doubtful, all that, but he practiced and did some good things in practice today. And again, it's exciting to have him back out there.
Can you talk about Dak Prescott and just how well he's playing?
Oh my gosh, he's playing extremely well. He's a young ascending player, plays with a lot of poise, runs their offense extremely well. I think he is. He's done a great job. Obviously Tony Romo is not playing. So I think they found the right guy for their offense, and he fits what they do, and he's done it extremely well.
What were your sort of pre-draft thoughts on him, and did you like him? Did you give him a lot of thought?
Oh yeah, no, we liked him. He's obviously he's shown out to be really good. So but he was definitely a guy that was in consideration. But obviously we have the guy that we took, and they have the guy that they took, and I think everybody's got the right guy for them, and he fits for them.
One of the things you talked about Kessler was his accuracy, his tremendous completion percentages, and Prescott had lapses of that in college, but yet he's been like 2 out of 3 percentage as a NFL quarterback.
Right.
Are you surprised that he's been so accurate at the pro level?
No, I'm not, Tony. I think he's playing with a tremendous supporting cast. Arguably one of the best offensive line in all of pro football, and one of the best receivers in all of pro football, one of the best tight ends in all of pro football. And I'm not saying that that's just what it is. I think it's a combination of all those things that have made him, execute at a high level. I mean, I think he's getting great coaching, obviously. They've created the right environment for him. So I think when you factor all those things in, you have a chance to have success, and that's what he's doing. He's taking advantage of the opportunity.
Pre-draft arrest factor into anything when you guys are looking at
I think none of that matters right now. He's at Dallas, and we have the guy that we drafted, so I don't want to go beyond that. He's doing good. It's again, Jamie Collins is he's a pleasure to be around. A guy likes football, practices hard. I think his teammates here are really getting to know him, and he's getting to know them. So I think he's finding his way here. So it's fun to see. But he's a very talented player.
He talked today about just feeling the family atmosphere. When he walked in, what does it mean to you that he kind of felt that right away? Does it sort of validate that that's what you're trying to create here?
Absolutely. I think the culture switch here is real. That's something that we've worked extremely hard from our front office down, through our coaching staff, to our players. And, I think that part we've done right, and I think hopefully Jamie will feel that from our players. And the next thing we have to do is get over the hump the other way, and that's why he's here. He's here to help and assist that way. So it's a good opportunity for him and a good opportunity for us.
Is there much difference? I mean, they played a different scheme defensively, New England did, and he played the will. And if you put him outside here, is it any different?
No, I mean, they were a 34 defensive team too, so it's might be called differently, but it's kind of the same type of responsibility per se. Jamie's, like I say, he's very versatile. He can play outside, he can play inside. He has a very unique skill set for a big man, so we're going to do what we think gives him the best chance to catch on quickly so that he can go and contribute to our defense.
You might think that a player coming from a Super Bowl contender and coming to a winless team, would struggle with that. But he doesn't seem to be struggling with that at all. I mean, he seems, raring to go and excited about being here. Is that what you have found?
Oh, and no question. I mean, again, I think you walk in this building, I don't think our players come off like that. I don't think our staff does. I don't think anybody within our organization does. I mean, and it is. It's not where we want to be, but we understand where we are. And only people, like I said before, can change it is us. So no one's, beating themselves up. We just want to get it right. And he's part of the process to helping us get it right. So, we welcome him with open arms, and he's, also letting us in. It goes both ways. And we're going to see if we can make this a good marriage as we move forward.
Can you say if you've started extension talks with him yet?
I wouldn't know that. You would have to ask Sashi Brown about that.
In terms of the few big plays that he made the other day, in terms of you as a coaching staff, seeing that he made him Duke Johnson, is there more in store in the second half than was there for him in the first half?
Well, I think Duke is a really unique player. He can do a lot of things well for us. As you see, he runs the ball out of the backfield. He catches it out of the backfield. He catches it outside. We try to do a lot of different things to get the ball in his hands, and we'll continue to do so. He's also one of our premier punt returners, for our team. So he has a lot on his plate, but we'll continue to find different ways and different opportunities for him because we believe he can score the ball.
How impressive is Ezekiel Elliott as a rookie?
He's good. I mean, he's really good. Obviously I follow his career at Ohio State, and he was part of the draft, but he's a tremendous football player. I mean, he's doing well for him, obviously. He's one of the best runners in the league right now, deservingly so. He's a high draft pick, playing with a good offensive line, so I would expect nothing less than that.
What sets him apart a little bit? I mean, he's on pace to break Dickerson's.
Right. He has real contact balance. When people are hitting him, he doesn't go down. He's very strong runner. He's faster than I think people think he is. He's very strong. He plays the game that way, and I think he has a burning desire to be really good. I know my time visiting with him, that's what I found. He's very engaging that way, and I think he wants to be good too, and he's on a good team.
Are you, happy that Joe Thomas is still here? And
Absolutely. I told you he was going nowhere. I told you that. You guys didn't believe me. Kept on. No, I'm very excited about Joe being here. Joe is a blessing, in my opinion, to me and to our coaching staff. I mean, anytime you have a guy who has been through so many different situations here, I have a great respect for that. And it's not easy being Joe Thomas, It's not easy going through what he's been through. But at the same time, I think he understands where we are and what we're trying to do, and I think he truly, honestly wants to be a part of where we're headed. And maybe everybody else can't see it, but I think he can, and I'm very thankful for that.
how about the other guys that, sort of were rumored to be on the block? Joe Hayden?
And you just said those were rumors. I'm glad every last one of those guys that you're mentioning are still here and still part of our team, and we're going to coach them and get them better and keep working with them. And they all, they're Cleveland Browns. So I never knew of anything other than that. I know there was all these reports, but I told you that's what they were, just reports.
We've talked about the second half, your team's performance in the second half. And this question is based on, usually when a team loses leads 4 times.
Mhm.
You point to the defense. Do you think it's more than just that?
I think it's a team thing. It's not just the defense, not just the offense or special teams. It's coaching. It's everything. We got to get better everywhere. So I'm not looking at everything that I can take a evaluation of, because we got to solve it. So it starts with me all the way down through our coaches to our players and every unit that's here. So we have to find a way. But I don't want to make it such a huge problem to where it becomes a problem. It's a problem, and we need to fix it. But at the same time, this football too. It does. Ball don't bounce your way. You don't make the plays you have opportunity to make. And like I said, when we get good, we're gonna make these plays. I truly believe that.
Do you expect a lot of your guys to go to the game tonight and be a little tired tomorrow? Or
Well, they could. Obviously, I don't get to control them when they leave here, but I hope that they do, that they all have their rally caps on and they're ready to go, and we wish the Indians well, and we want to see them bring that championship home.
Frier's listed as not practicing. Is this still precaution, or is there a lingering problem there with?
It's a little bit of both. It's definitely precaution, but we also want to, I think he's a little sore, and I think we got to be careful because those things stay with you, and it's going to be on and off probably. It might be for the rest of the year, and if we don't attack it the right way, we don't want to take a chance of losing him for a period of time. So I think it's very important that we're very careful with him as we move forward. Thank you.